somebody who wanted to get a hold of me, pretending to be Missy's daughter. Maybe it's Missy's daughter, maybe it ain't. If it is Missy's daughter, it's inappropriate for her to harass me for speaking up. Her mother had an official position and an official duty to perform. She did not perform those tasks. That's not my fault, not my choice, not my decision. Speaking up about the situation is my decision. Since people ended up dead over it, yeah, I'm definitely not going to keep my mouth shut. Anyway, since people decided to do stupid shit, and that stupid shit got my friends killed, yeah, I still have every reason to speak up. More people have ended up dead. So yeah, I don't owe it to anybody to kiss their ass and pretend that they're queen of the fucking world, no matter who they are. No matter how good a friend they may have been in the past. No matter what nice things they may have done. One moment, I gotta make sure I look off my vehicle. No, The thing about Emma is that she has a family that does care. Her family wouldn't ignore her for years of abuse and then expect her to just pretend none of it happened. If they are like that, then Missy has certainly changed from the Missy that I used to know. But then again, the Missy that I used to know, yeah, she wasn't going to speak up for anybody back then either. Why would you take a position where you're supposed to help people and then not help people? I think that's a pretty good question.
In 400
What do you
feet,
think?
turn
Is it
left
valid?
onto 8th Street. Turn left onto 8th Street, then turn left onto Pacific Avenue.
I'm about to turn left
Take the
onto
next left
Pacific.
onto Pacific Avenue.
Alright, phone. Thank you for keeping me company.
Continue for 1.5 miles.
I'm not even going the speed limit. There I am. This says speed limit 20. But MapQuest says 25. And my windshield is grossified. Alright, so I'm trying to get into the next thing. Alright. Anyway, most of the time people don't give me issues. It's not usually quiet. But most people don't give me issues. The ones that do, nobody does a goddamn thing about, but at least it's not most people. Now, the longer I'm in an area, the more people get to hate me because I record the truth. And the truth is, this entire country is disgusting. This entire country treats the poor like they're garbage. The whole country. Even in areas where it's mostly poor people who are only not homeless because they're living with 6 to 8 other people. Even they take their bullshit out on the homeless. It's disgusting. And a lot of people feel real entitled, like, oh, hey man, you know, I gave this homeless person a sandwich in 1998, so every homeless person knows this, knows that to me. Like, what the fuck, dude? There are a lot of ways to destroy a person's life. fact that my so-called friends were so inhumane about how they treated the situation. The fact that that right there is what got people killed in this situation. You call me mentally ill and nobody will listen to me, and everyone preys on that. Everyone. I'm not the only person who's called mentally ill as an excuse to harm them. How many of us in our lifetimes who had family members who wanted to say, oh, well, you're mentally ill, and magically that somehow justifies cruelty? That somehow justifies whatever it is that they were saying. Whatever irrational argument they want to make. And of course, you're not talking about aliens and the Illuminati and shit like that. It's people who just don't want to get in trouble, don't want to fess up to their own part of the bullshit. Like, would it have been so difficult for people just to have, I don't know, left me the fuck alone when I left Virginia? I mean, that right there, it was more than just a fucking subtle hint when I blocked Natalie Bollinger while I was still in Virginia. No, I wasn't going to fucking deal with a fucking heroin junkie's goddamn crazy bullshit. Just because you're somebody that I care about doesn't mean that I want to fucking stick around while you play victim. Hell no, I'm going to get completely the fuck away from you. It's unfortunate that Natalie Bollinger needed me. It's also unfortunate that she listened to her predators. Look at all the evidence. Who were her actual predators? Not Sean Schwartz, the guy she pretended might. Pretended might. She wanted to pretend that I might do bad stuff. And that was enough for people to harm me to this day. Thank goodness for nice people. It'd just be nice if there was some good people. And they are not the same. A used car salesman is nice. Until you got the thing off the lot. When you say, hey, this isn't what you claimed it was, what do? You're not so nice then, are you? When you say, oh, Sean, just ignore it, it'll blow over. Really, and what happens when it doesn't blow over? When you say, oh, Sean, why don't you move somewhere else? How many times do I have to move? I have no friends or family members anywhere. I got people who pretend. Like, if I travel there, they'll listen to me. No, they won't fucking listen to me now. And then there's Shannon Alvarado, won't leave me alone, and then she wants to type at me that I'm mean. I'm mean for telling her to leave me the fuck alone, repeatedly, over and over, and she just doesn't get the fucking hint. Oh, wait! Just like with Natalie Bollinger and Alicia Bollinger and Maddie fucking Boa and fucking Tim Beeson. It wasn't a subtle fucking hint. It was a, hey, leave me the fuck alone. But no doesn't mean no when a guy says it, does it? Unless that guy is a police officer, because they get treated like women anyway. Becoming a police officer is like saying, I want to be able to bully poor people and hurt them whenever I want. And I want to be able to fucking whine like a little bitch and pretend that hobos are bad people and have their lives destroyed. And every officer in this goddamn country does it. You stupid shits. So yeah, I record for my own safety. Now tonight there are a lot fewer vehicles than I'm used to there being here. Usually those youngins are out terrorizing until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. On the bright side, they're not here now terrorizing anyone. Most of the time it's just screaming and hooting and hollering. And that does bug me, just so you know. Every time I hear a baby cry or a woman scream, I look up to see what's going on. I want to make sure nobody's getting hurt. Also, I'm not sexist. If I hear a guy doing that, it's the same thing. In most cases. There's a few guys here that, no, I don't come running in if they start screaming like that. But I do get out of my car and look. If I can see out my rear view mirror, I'll try to do it that way, but I'd really like to have a clear look at the situation. There's one story I was reading recently about a lady who was lost in a crowd of literally just her friends. She ended up disappearing and she actually got killed. What happened is that a good-looking gentleman showed up and he was talking to her. Well, it was real quick, of course. He didn't kill her around all of her friends. But all her friends were laughing and, having a good time. And when they were questioned about it later, they didn't remember the guy being there. They didn't remember their friend walking away with him, but it's on the camera. Cameras are more important than your fucking stupidity. When their friend walked off with that guy, yes, she walked off willingly. But she also walked off without anybody that she knew. Out of all those people there that knew her, none of them even realized that she had walked off until much later. Now, I was reading about that, and they could have done something about it a lot sooner. And you know how it is when somebody just disappears. Most of the time, people are like, oh, she probably just went to the bathroom, or he probably just went to the bathroom. Or, oh, we should probably just wait a couple of minutes. I don't know, he probably wandered off for a minute, he'll probably be right back. Now, we got both men and women who are being stolen and abducted for ransom. But you notice they're going primarily for females because that's who we're supposed to care about. When terrorists really want to go for the jugular, they go for women. Not children, but women. Why is that? Why is it that's the ultimate insult to a society? Huh? Breeding rights. Humans do the same shit for the same reasons that animals do. We just think we're smart about lying. Oh, I didn't do it because I'm an animal. I did it because of something that Plato said. I did it because of what Homer said. I'm a philosopher all of a sudden. I did it because of what the Bible tells me to do. Holy crap. The excuses that people make for their cruelty. And it knows no bounds. When I'm an asshole, you know what? I'm an asshole by choice. It's either get heard or die trying. I've been trying to get heard and trying to get my evidence seen for 7 years. But you know what? Pretty much everybody's the same these days. They don't care that you need help. They're going to talk over you no matter what. I used to call my friends and see how they were doing. Then I realized they never did the same for me. So I started speaking out. They certainly didn't like that. Emma Burke doesn't like that. She doesn't like that I spoke up about her mother. But I spoke up about situations I was there for. Situations that her mother was there for. And it was such an insignificant little blip on her map that the most important part to her is how much she had been drinking. She doesn't remember much. Could have something to do with the drinking. I have an incredibly complicated situation here. It didn't start off as an incredibly complicated situation. It started off with a heroin addict having a bad fucking day and my car being broke down. Two things that are easily fixed. Well, the broken car is easier to fix than a heroin addiction. I'm tired of my friends becoming statistics. I love Stephen McMillian and I missed him for years before he died. And I miss him still. I missed Natalie and Alicia Bollinger for over a year before Natalie was killed, and I miss them still. Natalie's dead, her sister's not. I'm sorry for crying. Natalie once typed at me not to apologize for having feelings. You know, I get feelings assigned to me that I don't even have. Not towards her, anyway. And there's some emotions I have assigned to me that I've never had. I've never been embarrassed. Isn't that strange? I've been ashamed, but the difference is, someone who is ashamed will still speak up. They know what they've done, they fess up to it. Somebody who's embarrassed, they're not going to fess up to shit. They have no honor. None. I believe in honor above all else. Honor is greater than family. Because your family, they may be good, or they may be just good to you. They also might be horrible excuses for human beings. I wish people would be nicer to each other, kinder to each other. treat each other more like human beings. But I don't get what I want. What I get is told what to do and then punished for doing it. People want to talk to me about what's fair, what's fair, what's fair. Nothing's fair. That's not the world we live in. We don't live in perfect. Some of us aren't even lucky enough to live near Walgreens. If you get that reference, you've probably seen the advertisement. So easy a caveman could do it. There's one for you too. But apparently that's racist against cavemen. There are no cavemen. There might be men who live in caves, but the peoples we called cavemen no longer exist. They died out years ago. Many years ago. Anyway, it's good to be rid of you. Thank you for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper. No victim left behind. You're also your sister's keeper. Those of you who want to push the Bible on us, we're all supposed to be brothers and sisters. What the fuck, Chuck?